Hi, I'm Lacey Virginia Elick Hollis, and I live on a ranch outside of Belleville, Texas, where I grew up. In a house that was the first place I carried Virginia into, and the last place I carried her out of. I support SB1, and I would like to tell you why this bill is so important to me. My daughter Virginia, our first child, named for me and for my grandmother, died sometime after the rain and river flooding that happened in the early morning hours of July 4th. We don't know when she died. We don't know how. We really don't know anything. We may never know. All we do know is our daughter was at camp. She was not protected. She was not safe because she died along with 26 other girls. I was not there to protect her. But I do hope that this legislation can help protect other daughters and sons of Texas, other big sisters, little sisters, brothers, other people's babies, their grandchildren, nieces, nephews, cousins, all of the sweet, innocent best friends of those little girls, my godchildren and my friends' godchildren. Hopefully no other parent will ever experience the excruciating and unimaginable pain and torture I am trapped in, or the never-ending nightmare that is my life now. And I have to fight not to drown in it every second of every day. My hope for our actions here today, your actions, all of the people still at work, is that SB1 will result in meaningful safeguards, enforceable safeguards, so that any child can attend a Texas camp and have the most incredible formative time of their life with freedom and purity to make lifelong friends, to have dance parties, to wear fake nails with tiny avocados on them even while they're trying to learn archery. Children should be able to safely do that in the state of Texas. It won't be Virginia because she died at camp, at a place I thought she would be more protected than anywhere else on earth that I could send her. I was wrong. These are the things that Virginia will never have a chance to vote for or question, ever, because she died at age 8, 10 years before she could vote. I'm her mother. I carried her in my body. I need for her voice to still be heard. This needs to become law, exactly because she lost the chance to grow up and testify for these things today. 27 girls will never get to speak in this building, never have the time on earth to graduate college, to marry the love of their life, to have a baby, or to realize their dreams. I don't want any more children to die at a Texas youth camp. What happened there changed our world because our daughter, one of our 2 children that made up our whole world, died. This is a cookbook that I made for our family after my grandmother, Virginia, died, to remember and preserve our family's and friends' history and legacy. My grandmother was 103. I thought I'd have my whole life to share this heritage with my children, that they would add to it one day as they grew and discovered new inspirations. That's Virginia with Sienna. That's how she wrote her name. That's me, Lacey Virginia, and that's my grandmother Virginia. There's even a recipe that Eden gave me that I learned was from your mother, I think, with shrimp dip. It's one of my favorites. Somehow, I'm the only Virginia of my family left on this earth. Several of you have heard me read my poem. I have a copy for each committee member, and I'm happy to read it for you another time in the future. but it represents only a single drop of the thousands of tears I have cried and the million more that is my future. My anguish is as infinite as the stars in the sky and equally as unfathomable, searing, blazing, exploding, a black hole of pain. But I can shed those tears. I can search for the joy, the laughter, search for some peace, only because I've been able to bury my daughter. Virginia was the last of our 27 precious daughters whose body was found. That doesn't mean she was the 27th child found. Seal has yet to be recovered for her family, and that, if for no other reason, is why SB1 should become law. Virginia cannot stay the last one found. But if she must, then we better make sure that Seal remains the last one who needs to be found. There cannot be a 28th one day. There shouldn't have even been one, but there could have been hundreds. The care and safety of our children should be the highest priority above any other considerations. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you for your testimony, Mr. Hollis.
Thank you all for your leadership. My name is Lars Hollis, Lacey's husband, and Sienna is my only remaining daughter. We proudly live in the small community of Belleville, Texas. I am in favor of Senate Bill 1. My daughter, Virginia, made me a father. When a daughter is born, all her father wants is her safety and happiness, in that very order. Our 8-year-old daughter left Earth on July 4th due to a lack of preparation, detection, training, and response. I am a proud Eagle Scout. Our motto, ingrained in me at an early age, was 2 simple words: be prepared. Simply be prepared. We spent 8 years preparing our daughter Virginia to go to camp so that she would feel comfortable and safe. We taught her how to address letters, how to make her own bed, put away her things, wear socks with tennis shoes, brush her teeth, wear life jackets when boating, safely be around horses and cattle. In fact, I have proof of how she recently prepared. The 2 of us recently visited my 106-year-old grandmother in June because I feared the opposite would occur. And Virginia and her luggage created a checklist of the things so that she could prepare. Things from 2 goggles, 2 shorts, and many other things. We prepared. We made sure she'd have familiar faces on the first day at camp. Took a lot of work and time because we live in a rural town. As we best could, we prepared her to have the time of her life, to make friends and have her own experiences without us. We wanted to give her the gift to grow outside of our control, but in safety. Of the 3 girls she met prior to camp, only one survived. I support Senate Bill 1 because all the time and preparation we gave to our daughter, at a minimum, that same care needs to be required by law for the children at all Texas camps. We thought she would be safe there. Instead, she died. Organizations in charge of children need to be prepared for all kinds of situations, especially emergencies. Schools, daycares, all have fire drills, active shooter drills, hurricane, tornado drills, anything of what they may possibly face. I do not know why the same standard is not applied to camps, but they should be prepared. And if they can't be prepared, they shouldn't have the care of our children. Unfortunately, my daughter's family tree will no longer grow because of a lack of preparation, detection, training, and response. I am tormented every night around 2 a.m. I cannot sleep. I will forever be haunted by the fireworks on the 4th of July, standing outside the morgue, only to then have to wait till July 15th to bring Virginia home. Despite the pain, Virginia was simply incredible. It was an honor to love her and be her father. A wise person once said, "When someone you love becomes a memory, that memory becomes a treasure." I'd like to leave you by sharing a treasure Virginia left for us. Her last song she ever composed, Virginia's song. Thank you.